Hey guys, welcome back to UModeler. Have you ever wanted to edit one of your game characters or an asset that you purchased, something like a Synty asset that you have in your collection, and you wanted to do more with it? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that directly here in UModeler X. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is go into my project here, and I'm going to look for the first thing. Let's see, a character, right? And this is a Synty pack that I have. And so I'm going to go into characters and let's pick a interesting character. Let's go with the guy that's dressed really well. All right. So let's go here. And so say you have your Synty character in this case, right? And you want to make some changes to it. Well, the first thing I would do, what you would do is right click. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and unpack this. And then next, I'm going to select the character that we want. So as you can see, you could theoretically open up like this one. This is the one with the ghillie suit. You got the goth going on. That one's pretty cool. You even got the mercenary here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and mess with this business mail here. Now, we don't need to go through any of these things here. All we need to do is right click on this character, go down to UModeler X, click merge vertices, and then we're going to minimize this. We can actually delete this because we do not need the original anymore. Now we just have the UModeler X one. So you would basically remember UModeler X, UModulerize, merge vertices. All right. So now that we have this, you say, okay, it's all set. It's all done, right? Well, technically, yes, it is technically done. But with UModeler X Pro, you have some additional features at your disposal, specifically the Quadify tool. So to find this tool in your Pro subscription, you just go down to Surface Group and you'll see Quadify there. What this is going to do is convert all of these tries to quads. So once you move it to quads, that's going to be more closer to how it was originally modeled. So what we're going to do is select all the faces. I'm going to go down to my surface group. I'm going to click on Quadify, and then it's going to give you a tools property here. And you just have all face, and then once everything is selected, just go ahead and click the button. Boom, as you can see, now you're all set. You have all of your faces are quads. It looks great. It's perfect, right? And then the next thing I would do is select all of the faces, and I'm just going to hit clear all. And this is going to deal with the smoothing. So now you have a clean model that you can now go in and edit and do whatever you need to. And this does retain all of the UVs of this model, and you can just go in from here. So for instance, say for instance you want to change the size of the hand. So in my case, I'm just going to go ahead and select all faces. And I'm just going to zoom in so I can inspect that I have everything selected. There we go. So we have the hand selected. So with this, what I would want to do is go ahead, I can do center. And then what I can do is scale the hand if I want. So I can scale it. So if I want something really crazy big for fun, I can do that. That's not too bad, right? That looks pretty cool. So now he's like oversized. Or if your hand needs to be smaller, you can also reduce it. Pretty simple. And you can determine if you think that's small enough or whatever you need to do there. On top of that, say for instance, you don't want a hand at all, you could just delete it. That could work too. And then you can go in and do some additional editing. So if I want to bridge it and close that off, look at that. I'm completely editing and modeling on this as if I modeled it from scratch. And we can continue to go in and do all types of things to this. And so now we have some type of, I don't know what this is. This could be, now he's like a pirate because he has like no hand. I don't know what that is, but that you can use your imagination. It could be a hook, it could be a weapon. You can add on weapons to it if you want, whatever you want to do. So there you have it. So yeah, editing any mesh inside of Unity with UModeler is pretty cool, and editing a Synty object is super easy and straightforward. So that was a character. And what's really cool with this is that you can go from this point once you're done, you can actually rig your character. And I do have a video on that. So please check out the rigging video to see how to go about that. Now, if you're not doing characters, of course, the same can be applied for any other object. So let's take a quick look at something else in our scene. You can edit some props. So for instance, what other props are in here that we can play with? You could edit this prop if you want. And the same process would take, I would just go ahead and right click, UModeler X, UModelize. There's the object there. So there's my object, and this is the original. So I'll just go ahead and delete that from the scene. And now we have a UModelize object. What we can do now is do the same thing using UModeler X Pro Quadify, have all the selected. And of course, I have Quadify in my nice favorites tool, so I don't have to go searching for it. I can click right here, and it's going to give me my properties, and I'm going to click Quadify, and there you have it. As you can see, the model is broken down more simply, and now you can go and use it just like you would any other model. And again, what I would do is, for repetition, I'm just going to go ahead and select my object. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and clear all. And there you have it. And so now we have this object ready to go if I want to change the colors, if I want to separate things. So for instance, all of this object is one piece. If you want to separate it, you can. You would separate it because the main reason you would want to separate this is so that you can have more control over to what's going on here. And in most cases with low poly objects, they're just a combination of different shapes. So for instance, if we want to separate this, because it's not just one piece, all you got to do is go look for the separates part tool. And that can be found in the remove group, separate parts. Just make sure you have your object selected. We can select this. And once we do that, UModeler is going to go through the mesh, and it's going to separate. And so now you can actually go in and get rid of things, maybe use this, maybe you want to take this object and say, well, I don't want, this to have 4, maybe I only want 3. So there's something you can do there. So I can take this and take it and put it somewhere else in the map, maybe next to it, on the ground, whatever the case may be. You can edit this down to where it doesn't hold 4, just like that, and then we can move it around and go and do whatever you need to do with it. It's pretty awesome. And you can even edit these bands. So for instance, if I want to make this look a little tighter around just 3, look at that. It's pretty awesome. You can just kind of go in and say, nope, this crate really only needs 3 because that's the way we want it, right? Because that's the benefit of having access to be able to edit whatever you choose. And so in this case, no point in keeping that. We can just go ahead and duplicate it. And there you have it. And so now you have a 3 right there. Awesome. We can change the color, everything. Awesome. So yeah, again, there's so many ways you can go about this, and there's so many objects you can edit and really make them your own. So that's a huge benefit with using UModeler. It really allows you to edit your Synty objects pretty easy, and then generally just pretty much any type of 3D model mesh in your scene, wherever you get it from. Awesome. Well, I hope that was beneficial to you guys. It was a quick video, but an important one. All right, well, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to stay up to date with the latest features and updates by hitting the subscribe button and clicking the notification bell. More features are coming, and you wouldn't want to miss out. See you soon.